Hey guys, how are you doing? My name is Steve, coming back to you from Beijing in China. Now, this is another video review with regards to my updates with my paying ads. And recently I sent another video with the recent updates about the memberships that they've put in place. And, you know, everyone's sort of on board with it. I mean, there's a few people who won't necessarily agree, but, you know, it is what it is and it is part of business, you know. But the majority of us, I mean, probably the most of us anyway, have participated alongside the memberships. And for those of you who are just starting with the $5 ad packs, you don't need to pay for your memberships anyway. So, I mean, everyone's sort of on board with it. They're seeing how powerful this is. And over the last few weeks, you guys have seen how powerful compounding inside the system has been for me. And it has been for you guys as well. You know, as I'm seeing, some of you are participating a lot. And I also want to thank a lot of you for signing up as well. I've noticed on one of my recent videos, I've been getting a lot of comments and stuff like that. So I really appreciate the comments. I really appreciate the support that you guys have been giving me as well, and also the conversations on Facebook as well, listening to your stories, you know, and the goals that you want to try and reach for yourself as well. And you know, we're trying to work out some strategies that, you know, more or less work best in your favor and help you to get there faster. Okay, and there's one step that can help you get faster is by signing with me, because once I max out the system, you know, I'm going to be giving out my commissions to you guys anyway. So, you know, it's just more as a sort of benefit or a bonus, so to speak, just as a way for helping me, because when I max out the system, I really don't have anything else to gain. So, you know, it's just my way of just saying, you know, just take it because you've earned it, you've deserved it, and you're in the system, you know, and I want to see you do well as well. So, you know, thumbs up, and just, you know, hope everything just keeps on going well. Now, the other week, last week on Friday, I believe I made a video regarding the memberships. And then I said about my current financial situation. So basically, a previous company I was earning money from, roughly about $500, $600 per month, they're going through some changes at the moment. So my withdrawal is being held, which has put me in a really tight spot. So what I'm having to do, I'm having to withdraw from my paying ads. You know, they pay out 7 days a week. Literally probably one of the best companies I've ever been involved in. They pay 7 days a week, and the last few days I've been being paid and withdrawing $200, maxing out the $200 limit. And you can see right here on my earnings balance here, I've got another $315, and I'll probably do that maybe for the next couple of days. I'll see how things go, because I need to pay some fees back in the UK, so I need to do a lot of transferring over. And I also need to pay for my rent, which is coming up in the next few days as well. And in China, you usually pay in bulk. So it's not done on a manual base, on a monthly basis. It's kind of done more like 3 months, 4 months, 5 months up front, you know. So sometimes when that month comes, it just gets very heavy, you know, and you have to try and figure out things. And when that company didn't pay out, because they had to update some things, you know, it put me in a really tight spot. But I will definitely get that money back from that company once they've made adjustments to the new site. But it's just a hold up, you know, it's just, I hate being held up, and just, I prefer everything to go smooth. But unfortunately, it's just one of those things, you know, it's something that they have to do to put in place to prevent future problems. So, you know, I really support those guys, and I'm doing quite well in that company as well. But I'm not necessarily pushing that to you guys at the moment. I just want to, you know, I want you to see that how well I'm actually doing with my paying ads, and how consistent of the results I'm getting, and how consistent they're paying out as well. So you can kind of see from here, what we'll do actually, we'll go back here. This is my last week video. So my results from last week was $6,566. So doing very, very well, compounding in the system, taking out a small amount, $25 per day, consistently every single day, and being paid. Last video you see paid every single day. And now you can also see here actually, my active ad packs was 463. Now because I'm actually taking out the money, I'm not over the last few days, I'm withdrawing a substantial amount, like the maximum amount. So actually, my ad pack earnings will slowly start to drop. Now, I did receive some commissions, so I did manage to purchase another $50 ad pack. But I'm not necessarily fixated on the commissions at this point, because that's more or less for you guys. If you sign up under me, I'm going to try and help you guys out once I max out the system with the commissions that I'm earning from here anyway. So, but every step goes a long way. I mean, with that purchase, it still helps out every way. So I really appreciate that. You can also see here, if you see very closely, 20 referrals I had in total last week. I think when I started out on these videos, maybe I only had 3 and they were inactive. I tried contacting them, no contact whatsoever. So, these guys, lately, a lot of the guys who are responding to my videos and everything, participating, they're actually taking action, which is the most important thing. There's a lot of people talking about things, but they don't necessarily take action. And that's what, really limits you to achieving good results down the line. And because it's a long-term stable rev share, don't necessarily see this as a quick rich, get rich quick scheme or anything like that. It's because you're actually buying advertising and you can use that advertising for whatever you're doing. Maybe you can use it to make more money. Maybe you can use it to build your brand or anything like that, So there's always a lot of benefits whilst participating in a company like this for the long term. Now, as you can see, like last time I had 20 referrals. Now this week, 32 referrals, which is amazing. So honestly, for you guys who have been joining and participating and getting stuck in, there's been a lot of questions as well I've had from some of you guys. So I do appreciate that. And I know you're kind of still waiting on the side. Maybe you're waiting for next month's payment. I don't know. But whatever the case is, just make sure that you make that step of getting started. Because a lot of people, they're just going to keep questioning things and they'll move on, or they'll try and learn about something and then they won't necessarily participate. And then they always keep questioning, I really want to make money online. I really want to make money online. Well, do it, participate and get done and you'll start seeing the results. And, there have been questions about the earnings being slower than other programs and stuff like that. I mean, this is your business. This is your decision on how you want to make money online. For this kind of program, it has to be long term and it has to be stable, for the next few years at least, right? So you have to be patient. If you're only coming in with $10, $50, $100, you have to be patient and understand that you have to compound your earnings. If you've got goals in mind, if you want to reach $25 per day, $50 per day or $200 per day, whatever, you have to understand how the business works and you have to understand how you can benefit from that from the long term. Some people are investing in this company and they're not worried necessarily. They say, I'll start taking money out early next year, when the new year happens, at least you've got that money. You might be in a financial situation later on. So it's more important to understand how this works for the long term and the longevity for you, So don't necessarily worry too much about how things are going. You can see how powerful my compounding is working. If I'm taking out a small amount, I'm compounding back in. Each and every week has been over 1,000. Last week was 1,700 and something. Right, but that's a substantial amount of money in terms of earnings that I'm getting each and every week, and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then eventually I'll start maxing this out, so I can take out $50, $100, and then $200 per day. And that's the goal we're trying to aim for here. So you have to understand this. You have to be patient with this, but it's also a bonus because you're advertising and you're also getting paid to advertise your own stuff as well, which is just amazing. And this company is the best company to do that in. Okay. Now, as you can see here, my current progress won't be a substantial amount as before the last few weeks because, I've been withdrawing the amounts. And actually, if we go to the finance tab, I'll open this up in a new tab, withdrawal history. Okay, you can see here, so September 2nd, I took out $200, $200, $200, $200, you know, and then pending, which is today. But the rest of them sort of done. You know, every single time I've been getting these payments, always done, always sent out on time and everything like that. So once I've got these payments and I've sorted out my financial situation, I'm going to get back on track with this. I'm not going to be always withdrawing $200 because right now it would be at a vulnerable stage where I'm withdrawing too much money. I've spoken about this before in my last few videos about making a safety withdrawal limit so that you don't lose your ad pack earnings, so you can consistently make those withdrawals. So some people are constantly taking out $50, $100, but they don't have a safety withdrawal limit. So eventually they're going to start losing ad packs, and it's going to affect their balance sort of later on. So right now I'm only doing this just to help out my financial situation. Once that's been sorted, you know, in the next sort of couple of days or so, I'll get back on track. And then, you know, next week will kind of just be sort of just so, I guess. But then the week after that, you'll see the consistency starting to grow again, and then you'll see how strong the compounding will be as each and every week goes on from there. And you can see how much I'll start withdrawing. So before, you see these $25 withdrawals, and then eventually what I'm trying to push for is start to take out $50 per day, and then eventually we'll get to 75, 100. Just take it step by step, but you can see how powerful compounding inside the system will be, and how beneficial it will be for you guys once you get started as well. Now, let's just go back over to here quickly. So comparisons to last week, if we just get this video back up, so 463 total active ad packs, and now we've got 472. So probably my last video, I was somewhere around maybe 475, maybe somewhere around that. At the moment, my $5 ad packs are expiring, okay? I'm going to get a large drop at some point, maybe in a month or so, because that's when I put my seed money in, right? And then that's why it's important to compound your earnings, keep building and building and building, and then only taking out a substantial amount. So a small portion, sorry. So basically I'm taking out $25 so I don't lose any ad pack earnings. And then even though I could take out $30, $40 at that time, I still stuck to $25 just to stay consistent for the rest of the month. So, you know, I'll eventually get back on track, and things will eventually start scaling from there. Now, the actual ad pack earnings last time was $6,566. And now we are at $8,340. So you can see how much this has actually grown, which is very, very exciting. Now, I actually want to try and see if I can get my calculator open. 8340, and then we'll minus last week's earnings as well, if we can make this comparison. So where was we? 6,566. So you can see here, in terms of earnings for the week, 1,774, which is actually even more than last week. Even though I haven't been purchasing, you know, if I was not withdrawing $200 per day and still putting money back in the system, it would be even greater. And I really don't know how much it would be. It'd just be a substantial amount. It's really, really powerful. But this, for earnings for this week, 1,774, which is just amazing in my opinion. So that's it for now, guys. I mean, I haven't necessarily, I've given you guys an update with regards to the active memberships. If you have any more questions, don't hesitate to ask, okay? I'm here for you guys all the way. I know you've got questions regarding how much do you need funding and how much can you earn X amount per month and stuff like that. You know, just understand that this is going to take time, but it's an investment in yourself, okay? I know some people get crazy, this is not an investment and stuff like that. You're not necessarily investing anyway because you're purchasing advertising, but the money that you're putting into advertising, you're investing in yourself anyway. Whether you're branding yourself, whether you're doing it to make more money, or whatever the case is, you know, you're doing it as a benefit to invest in yourself. Okay, so whatever the case is, you know, if you haven't joined yet, there is a link just below. And what I'll do, I'll probably be in touch with you guys at some point as well. If you have any questions, there's also a link to my Facebook, and I'll also be in touch with you then. So until then, stay awesome, and I'll talk to you soon.